Mouse News fans, we're all aware of the situation in Venezuela, where the opposition parties have claimed that the government of Nicolas Maduro cheated in the elections, supposedly, and used that to cement its position in power after Chavez died. And there's been huge demonstrations and protests over this organized by the right wing, even terrorist attacks carried out by right-wing parties. And the United States government has also gotten involved, saying that the elections were illegitimate, even though the opposition had promised to treat them as though to take them without contest and to trust the election system. Now, obviously, this caused a great deal of tension. Now, the Center for Economic Policy Research has gone ahead and looked into the elections and found that there is no misconduct in the elections. Nicolas Maduro legitimately won, and they're certifying that. In fact, an investigation found that it would have been nearly impossible to have stolen the election in favor of Nicolas Maduro. They checked 53% of the voting machines in the country and showed that the odds of this happening, or even some kind of a malfunction happening, is 1 in 25,000 trillion. Mark Weisbrot, the CEO for the Center for Economic Policy Research, spoke on the matter. The U.S. government must know this too, so it is difficult to explain why they are refusing to recognize the elected president in opposition to all of the countries in Latin America and most of the world. Now, before I get into the commentary portion of this, I would just like to say that in the description there's a link to the mathematical formula that was used to calculate this. Well, actually, I can think of one reason why the U.S. would continue to reject the elections, and even Weisbrot himself most certainly knows this, but for political reasons he's not saying it. Because the government of Nicolas Maduro won't bow to U.S. desires. It won't bow to U.S. imperialism and allow his government and himself to be a puppet of U.S. imperialism. And because of that, the United States is going ahead and continuing to assert that these elections must have been a fraud, despite all the proof to the contrary, and to Jimmy Carter himself saying that they have some of the best elections in the entire world, and it is a free and fair vote. The United States can't handle this. But this is from a country where they can't even get the elections of both George Bush terms to even be proven as valid. In regards to the 2004 election, just probably go ahead and look up a documentary called Hacking Democracy, and we get a little bit of a better piece of what it is that Western democracy is actually like, and that they have no right to be pointing at the free and fair elections in Venezuela.